Hello and welcome to Stephen Allen, Almost Daily. I'm Stephen Allen. It's a day. What more do you want? Let's get all this off the script. What more do you want? Hello, and I'm Steve. This is the Thursday episode of me doing a streaming thing. I'm running late. Sorry, this table is a mess. I've got a coffee on the go. I've not even... Basically, I worked late last night and I'm tired and I'm old. You're up to date. More on that story later. Also, I had to go and change the title because I got a typo wrong. I messed up my definite article. Hi. Also, I think we might be streaming on X again. So welcome along. This is the YouTube streaming show where I go through some new stuff. You can get involved in the chat. I think there it is. If you get stuck into what's happening there, that changed some colours, didn't it? Well, go on. Also, I can't hear myself in. Why can't I hear myself in there? Hello. Oh no, I can. Oh no, that's not. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Let's bring it up there in case we need to. ASMR. So, welcome along. I just want to check see if we are streaming on X as well, because I realised last time the reason no one was watching, it goes live, but I didn't tweet about it. Same thing again. This is just an absolute... yeah, looking good, looking good. So let's see who's here in the chat before we do some news. Wrong flipping what? Why have they changed round? Morning, says Joodle. Turd says proper memes. Hello, chat, says Mr. Cuff. So we're at least got 3 people here. And then we get the debate about what's a he king. Look, it's a gender thing. It's a pronoun thing. The king has to say whether he's a he or a she, her. And back in the day, king and queen, you knew where you stood, but it's 2026. You can't do that these days. Oh, Sebastian's here. Good afternoon, Steve. How are you? Love your podcast. Thank you. Do you know what? I'm loving these podcasts as well. I don't even watch them. I just love doing them. It's my favourite thing to do is come into the shed. Well, obviously it is, isn't it? What? Oh yeah, Clever Boy just changed it. Joodle's noticed I updated. You're up to date. So, should we start off with the front pages? Let's see what's going on there. Front pages. The Tash is back, by the way. Look at that. As a brief aside, before we get into the front pages, I was stood in the shower the other day. I didn't take any pictures. I didn't think you'd want them. I was stood in the shower the other day, and I thought, right, it's time to get rid of the beard's going. The tash is going. We've had our fun. Having a tash is very much like playing dress up with your face, and I would recommend it to the ladies or the gentlemen, he, hims, or whatever you do. The king could do it if you wanted. It's fun. And I started to trim away, and I couldn't. I was like, it's too much fun. Because I thought I could just trim off everything else and I'd look silly. And it's fun. And the comb over is really, look at the comb over coming in. Look at that. Look at that. It's not grossing anyone out, is it? So, enjoy. I don't know what to do next. I keep thinking I'll get rid of the tash, but it's more fun to do a stupider tash next. And the problem is the end game of this is the Charlie Chaplin. And I keep thinking, no, I wouldn't. No, I think I might. There's a weird thing that happens in middle age where I think you stop caring about what people think about how you look. And it frees up a world of opportunity of facial hair. Should I do that? If I do the Charlie Chaplin moustache, I'm not hailing any taxis for a while, am I? Hey, there's a pun in there somewhere about... I'm not going to do it. Right, so let's move away from any Charlie Chaplin-related stuff. Keep the fur, says Squirrel. Hi, folks. Everybody keep the fur. That's the parody version of the song I guess I need to do. A brief aside, why front pages, says Mr. Cuff. What? Are we doing a brief aside? I've not had enough coffee for me to understand anything. All right, so let's get stuck into the front pages. We've done the jingles. Today's front pages includes Labour's happy shoppers. The Chancellor to drive down prices over 100 food cupboard staples. I don't keep my staples in my food cupboard. they're in the stationery cupboard. Bunch of dicks. That's probably not the hot take here, is it? It's because it makes no sense, like economically. I said this on the TV last night, and then someone replied saying, a low-level comedian, now an expert on economics, is he? And I pointed out, no. I studied some economics at university. You got it the wrong way around. This low-level economist is now a so-called comedian. Get your facts right. Shoppers could save on food staples like baked beans, crisps, and margarine. Live a little. Have some butter. Under government plans to help the cost of living. Firstly, I don't think you can intervene in the market like that. No, thank you. How could we live in a world where you have a perfect market in terms of foodstuffs? There are so many places selling baked beans, crisps, and margarine that you could go to the cheapest provider. Meanwhile, we have a privatized water company system. Oh, where are you going to get your water from? Well, if you don't like bottles, it's going to be whoever sells it where you live, innit? Fix that first, you bunch. So, Chancellor Rachel Reeves will cut how she won't on more than 100 items, and kids get free bus. Yeah, whatever, no one cares. Well, my kids already get free bus travel, and it has not made me rich. So, no, thank you. I think, join me on. Should we go over to Conspiracy Cam? Is that this one? Oh, the contrast has changed on this one. The sun's burning me. Come closer. That's too close. Hi. I think they were planning on forcing shops to sell certain items cheaper, and all of those items were probably the items in the fictional basket we used to calculate inflation. No, think of it. Should we go away? No, think about it. What, we're going to force shops to keep certain prices down. Oh, what's in the inflation basket? Oh, don't look over there. And then that way, the government literally gets to set what the measured inflation is. Don't trust them as far as you can throw them. So you're up to date. Then, moving on to... Zoom out of this bad boy. Yeah, food cap retreat. That was an emotional roller coaster, wasn't it? After backlash from supermarkets and the Bank of England and anyone who's done any idiot who studied some economics at university. Yeah, sure, they mainly did chemistry, but they wanted to be fancy. They did chemistry with business studies because their subsidiary subject made it look like it was better than just an honours degree. And they did a little bit of accountancy, some marketing, and economics. And do you know what? Out of the three, turns out you were better at economics than the rest. What? And then you realise that this makes no sense. You got to let the market decide. Do you know why they call it a market? Because that's where you sell stuff. That didn't help, but it seems like a quote. What's going on over here? Baked beans, crisps, and margarine. Worst sarnie ever. No, I don't know. They say that, but you can't buy margarine anymore. None of them say that word. They're all spread. ASMR. I think you've cracked that. Thank you. Who's done what? Oh, Elite's here. Hi, Stephen. I realise I need to watch... Hang on. I needed to watch you today. Thank you for my continued satiation. Continued? Blimey. Good on you. Are you taking vitamins? I'm one and done these days. What we're talking about. I like the Eagle brand spread. Yeah. You got to spread like an eagle. Is that Walk Like a Panther song? Ooh, the crafty efforts. Do you know what? It just makes sense. How do you calculate inflation? Well, there's a hypothetical basket that consists of loads of staples. Let's just force them to keep that down. Oh, we managed to get inflation down. I see through you. Forgive my spelling, thank you. No, it's all right. I can't. Do you know what? No one needs to worry about bad spelling in the comments because I can't read very well. So between the three of us, we've got it sorted. Me, you, and my spelling and your eyes, whatever. Supermarkets will be paying British farmers less. That's the thing as well. We're forgetting that certain things cost something to produce. So if it costs more to make milk, how are you going to force the... force farmers to make a loss on milk? They barely make any money anyway. So if you price cap that, it won't be long until no one's making milk anymore. I have coconut milk these days as well. We get both. Normal, because I'm normal, and the missus has coconut. I tell you what, you mix those together. Pretty good drink. Stereo MCs see through you. Where's the keyboard? It's not connected, which is ironic when we're talking about stereo MCs. Oh yes, my docs insist I stay fully supplemented, thank you. Thank you, and also thank you, Stephen. Bless you all. Now you're making me want to take vitamins while I'm doing the show, because we do energy drinks. I got my vitamin supply under here in the shed. I like it. Meanwhile, back to the front pages. Why women can never trust Andy Burnham? Because he's a wrong un. What? I don't know. I reckon she could trust him. Putin jets menace RAF plane with Crazy Ivan stunt. Any of those words meant to be in that sentence? That feels like maybe it's just my intonation again. But this is the story that we have on the front page of the Sun. 20 foot from World War III, a Russian jet came really close to a UK jet, and it could have started World War III, other than the fact that it was an unarmed plane. So it would have been a very short World War III. And also, what would have had another letter by John Healey. Dear Slim. Because that's John Healey raps, we know this. That's all he ever does. Something happens, Healey writes a letter. You can get them done down at Vista. You know, he's churning them out so much, they're probably pro formers. I just seen Jules' message. Did I get away with that? I'm not sure I can get away with it. Yeah, it's not World War III, is it? Now, the reason I wanted to mention this story is you might remember previously on the show, at the end of each one, we say what I'm doing. Tonight, you might recall, if you've got nothing else to do in your life, that I'm performing in Northolt. Northolt. I've looked into it, and it turns out it's RAF Northolt. It's what it flipping is. That's where I'm performing tonight. They needed my passport details. Either that or I fell for one of those Katie Price online romance scams. They needed details. They needed my public liability insurance. They're flipping military. It's well organised. It's like some sort of a operation down there. But they needed it. Can I just say, of all the days to end up performing for the RAF, is when Putin's going to try and kick us off. Good. Also, I realise as a stand-up comedian performing at an RAF base, I do need to change my material. Normally when it goes badly, the next day I say, I bombed. Probably not going to say that. Probably, they might make it worse. Alan's here. Hi, Steve. How are you, mate? I'm doing all right. I'm dyslexic. Yeah, honestly, I think I am as well. I thought I was since being a kid, but back in my generation, you would have been shamed by proving that you had a weakness. So I just ploughed on through and just kept my head down at school. I'm dyslexic. I'm a bad speller, and you're a bad reader. Yeah. And I'm not psychic. I can't read minds either. Imagine with my reading. Imagine if I had the gift of mind reading, but with my dyslexia. Just get it wrong. This guy's into big fits. No, that's not right. It's a funny idea. So good luck. It's been nice working with you. I'm probably going to die tonight. And front page of the Telegraph. Don't cap food prices. Bank warns Reeves. We've covered that, though, haven't we? Also, reality TV's race to the bottom. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that story that we all know about because of the serious nature of it. But the kind of exploitative guff they've been churning out as reality TV for so long. What did you think was going to happen? No, that's not the one. That's not the one. Snooping HMRC changes tax code but gets it wrong. Well, that's a bit bigger than I expected. Let's have a look. Savers are wrong. It's not my... Imagine Dyslexia Plus. I'm getting some low JPEG resolution of my front pages. So a lot of it's not my fault. Savers are wrongly being ordered to pay thousands of pounds in tax after HMRC was given license to monitor bank accounts. Sorry, I just need to... Done. The authorities clawing back tax, not a back tax, on saving interest. Oh, don't worry about that. No, I've not earned any savings interest. Oh, don't worry about that. Yeah. Have we got one left? Oh, yeah. And finally, King Charles the Third. His Maj poo-poos attack. What happened was a seagull pooed on the king. Have they no respect? And he took it well. What? Look, there he is. He's got a poo on his back. Can we just say, this is a man who gets angry when a pen doesn't work, but just laughs off getting shited on. Look, he's not the first world leader who's been pooed on by a bird, if we believe some of the stories. But he even laughed it off. Yeah, just as well it didn't land on my head. It's good. They say it's good luck. It's good luck for my dry cleaner. You know, he flipping loved it. And it just goes to show what's wrong with society. Injustice. This bird poos on the king, laughs it off. If I tried it, I'd be off to the tower. So, I mean, I wouldn't get away with it. These days, it takes me too long to relax the bomb doors. But if I'd planned ahead, it's not fair, is it? Is it? I don't know. Front page of they're taxing the back mice. I could do with them removing 25% of my back mice. I'm sure I've got one. Do we all? We never really went into it. Do you know what they are? I can't find it. I've not found it for years, but I think it's in there. I was about to say you'll be fine, but your scenario is more likely, Ems. Hang on. I'm going back. What's Ems saying? You'll probably get cancelled because the war has started. The story of my flipping TV career as well. I'm totes lolling. Which bit? Hopefully there's something. I'll be happy if it's anything. Trump will make a speech about it. Yeah, I won't get on TV for another flipping week. Oh, by the way, bad news, won't be on Plank of the Week this week because all the trains at Stevenage were cancelled yesterday. I couldn't get into the studio. The station was shut, and it said because someone had been hit by a train. This is a terrible joke. I didn't even do it. I did, but so I messaged the producer saying, sorry, I'm going to be massively late. All the train. I can drive in, but I'll be an hour late. What's the deal? Someone's been hit by a train, and he just went, bloody trains. And I said, probably is. But that's not the bigger picture right now, is it? Hi, Steve. World War III, the papers go OTT. Hardly Earth Minbari War in Babylon 5. Still not up to date with my Babylons. Sorry. They got you, not Jim Davison, at the RAF base. No comment. Cutbacks. Yep. And you need to save your images as PNG. I don't save. They know this is off a website. Here's the thing, Proper Memes. Thank you for doing your artwork. I have to convert yours to JPEGs because all of your PNGs come in at like 2.1 megabytes, and the upload limit on YouTube is 2 megabytes. YouTube. So I have to convert yours to JPEGs. But the front pages, they just come off the website like that. They're eating the dogs. Pooping on the king, how very, very dare. Well, exactly. The king of poop. Kermit says open the Bombay doors. Or as these days, the Mumbai doors. No, we've done it again. My intonation's all over the place. I can't open the Bombay doors. I can't do it. You're right. Maybe that's what I mean. Depends what I've been eating, I suppose, doesn't it? I'm feeling discombobulated today, and your shirt today, Steve, ain't helping. What's wrong with this? It's one of the more normal ones I've got. Alan says, look what seagulls droppings did to the lead singer of Flock of Seagulls. Pigeon droppings are worse. Although the statues seem to carry on, don't they? The PNG is higher quality, and that's why I sent them that way, but I'll send the next ones as JPEGs. It's a shame we could just get if we can get the PNGs just below 2 2 meg. That would be great. Or just have a word with YouTube because it's a stupid limit, isn't it? Well, make the limit 50. That would make sense. Afternoon, peeps, says Kermit. All right. We've done the front pages. Before we go inside the news, there's obviously thanks to I'm all over the shop today. Thanks to this, right? The artwork was beautiful, and we should play the clip because it is just funny, isn't it? Can we get it? I've got it set up that I think. Oh, that doesn't work. Well, let's see. I should be able to hear the audio from this. So this is Rachel Reeves being heckled at a petrol station in Leeds. Oh, the glamour of the situation. Let's see if you can hear this. Subtitle that wrong. Look how she stoically stares, right?
Look, England flags. You're a useless Labour parties.
And as he's nearly driving off,
I love our country, and one of the things about our country is good manners. Not very British. News about the freezing.
I think he has. I think he has. Not very British is their go-to insult, isn't it? It is very. But shouting at politicians is very British. Throwing eggs at them is quite British, but obviously no one can afford eggs these days. So look, that guy must have been minted. He just filled up on petrol. The fact that he could afford it, and also freezing the increase, no longer robbing us more money from our petrol. I tried to have a debate last night with this Bill politician guy who was on the telly, and I was saying, stop making out this is really helping. You're simply not making it worse. And he said, but with what's been happening with energy bills, and I said, whoa, and this is the thing that bothers me about politicians. And I even use the line that I use in Rouse. No, the question on the board is fuel duty, just to force people back onto the main point, right? Graham's hierarchy of disagreement. Keep them at the top point, keep on the main point. And then he said, well, the way to do that, the way to fix this is to stop the war. Meanwhile, cut your flipping fuel duty. Never really feel like I win arguments on telly, but I think I did all right on that one. What we got going on here? That shirt, says Proper Memes, does create a mwah effect when you move. It might do on your telly. No, it does on mine as well. Look. I'm adjusting the monitor contrast while Steve's shirt is on. Well, this is going to mess you right up, then, isn't it? Hello. Like and subscribe. Not had the UK in a while, have we? Probably for the best. That guy was entirely British, says Votan, says you with your name. Yeah, shouting at politicians, it's just such... She does actually, you're right, Kermit, she sounds exactly like Keir Starmer, and I've never seen them both in the same room other than every Wednesday. All right, bad point, badly made. But you're right, it's exactly the same thing. Joodles, I died of cringe yet again. It is so flipping awkward, isn't it? She just stares on, like, doesn't respond, and then as he's turning right, he ain't going to come back in the thing. That's when you go, yeah, well, your mum... Also... As someone who deals with hecklers on a fairly regular basis, she could have sent me some money. I'd have written some. It would have been mainly about his mum, but still, it would have been better. Would have been better than what happened there. Good Manners was the lesser-known 1980s ska band. And he was far more polite than I would have been, Mr. Cuff. He's just been absolutely financially ruined by filling up that car. He didn't want to hang around. Leaving that engine idling would have cost him about £7. Elite says, have you ever had a cock, though, Joodles? Shall we have a look, see what that's about? There's a chance this might be saved by context. What's the last thing? No wonder, sorry, Joodles, I'm crap with the ladies. I died of cringe. I'm sure I'm missing something in there somewhere. She's had a few, but then again, too few to mention. Pardon me, sorry, what? I need more coffee, but This one, by the way, when I have this cup, I've made it in the proper coffee maker in the house, and at the moment, I've got vanilla-scented beans. I love a vanilla-scented bean, and I'm mixing in about 20% vanilla-flavored beans with the rest of it. And honestly, I've reinvented coffee. It makes me now not want the Nespresso over here. Dang, not sure the context will save anything, but let's run with that notion. In that picture of Ms. Reeves, does she seem to have a male member? Whereabouts? In a jar? What's happening there? Oh, no, sorry, that's a fairy muff. That's someone's microphone. That's how I found it, actually. That's the search term I was Googling for. And there you go. She does nothing for mine, says Mr. Cuff. Your shirt reminds me of MP's favourite hangout, Checkers. Bad puns today. Oh, Checkers. Also, there's the joke about working for the BBC, small checks. Yep. And I think we're up to date. Should we get inside the news?
Let's get inside the news.
Ding, ding, ding. I do want another coffee now, though. No, you're working, Steve. We'll stick to energy drink of the day. Sorry, I was so behind. Me scissors are still there. Just let me tidy up. So I didn't realise you were coming around. There's me butt plugs. If you've just tuned in for the first time, you've got no idea what that's about. And I will not disabuse you of that notion. All right, let's have a look. There we go. In the news today, I don't know about this. Oh, look, you know, he got pooed on. I've done that story. What's he doing with that jar? Is that something spicy? Try and see how the seagull likes it. But we've covered that story. I didn't realise that was on the front pages. Although we do have another King Charles one. Dead blunder. A radio station has apologised for any distress caused after mistakenly announcing that the king had died. I mean, for a second there, that seagull felt really bad. What did I do? He was dressed in grey. I thought he was a statue. He wasn't moving much. Radio Caroline in Essex blamed a computer error as its main studio for the blunder, which happened on Tuesday afternoon. Station manager Peter Moore wrote online, "The death of a monarch procedure which all UK stations hold in readiness while hoping not to require it was accidentally activated." Yeah, look, as someone who's spent that, we all know what happens. A big blue light comes on and you have to just suddenly play somber songs until the boss tells you what to do. What I love about it, though, it tells you what's happening in local radio. No one really noticed. The king's dead. That was a Tuesday, and there was no big worrying about it. It now makes me realise I could probably announce a couple of monarchs have died on my afternoon radio show. Not the big hitters. You could definitely do a Prince Andrew, and I don't think it wouldn't move the dial. Do you know what I mean? Hang on. Proper meme says Steve was scissoring and lining up his butt plugs before the show. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Synergy. These are all in terrible order. Sometimes I try and get better order these days. Shop boss marks thief's card. A flip-flop wearing shopkeeper tackled 3 thieves after one stole a £1.99 greetings card. Now look, in the 50 cents store, I hate the title, in Worcester, made a stand after losing goods, mostly rubber ducks, worth thousands. Well, look, that's a different angle. How many rubber ducks do you get for thousands? Who's nicking? Who's got a bath that big? But it doesn't even matter if you were not losing. If someone nicks a £1.99 card and you're a shopkeeper, you should be allowed to go over there and clobber them. Because it's just law of the jungle, but the shops. Do you know what I mean? If you're nicking a thing owned by someone, that person should be able to give you a dry slap for it, yeah? Obviously, if I owned a shop and you nicked a greetings card worth £1.99 and I got over there and slapped you, you ended up in hospital, I would send a card. Because it would be worth it. And I'd send you a card worth more than the one you attempted to nick just to prove to you this wasn't about the money. This was about enjoying slapping you in the face. That's a lot of rubber ducks, though, isn't it? And also, flip-flop wearing shopkeeper. So everyone in this story should have been slapped. Can we just agree to disagree? Everyone should have received a dry slap. On this occasion, the suspects fled. Yeah, of course, the shopkeeper can't keep pace. You're wearing flip-flops, you idiot. What's going on over here? Prince Andrew dying would be a minor new... Hey! Boom! Minor news. Oh, that's good. Prophets here. You are saved. Oh, this is good. Good news. I'm here to bring you salvation and the path to glory. Well, I don't know who she is, but if there's a path there. You don't mean like a long queue, do you? I'm not into that. Alan says, modern day Radio Caroline was the station. Hardly crime of the century. Yeah, no, I know. Once a month, they go to Ross Revenge and do a special broadcast. Flip Flop Warrior supports the guests coming across the channel. All right. Once a month, I go to Glory. And what are we talking about again? Steve is our Messiah, our Lord of Rings and Saviour. Yeah. Now I have to press all the buttons. It's because we wants us it now. Is that the one you're talking about? Glory is bent. Behold, who knew the second coming would land on AD? Well, as I say, these days I'm normally one and done. But I do have some vitamins. What's that? Vitamins, what's that? Well, no, they're girth tablets. But is that a vitamin? What's this one? Endurance. All right, well, maybe they're not vitamins. So much for the satiation. Back into the news show. UK's first weight loss festival, a win. 3 women who lost a combined 36 stone. Interesting, combined, but I think we can... Well, look, you don't divide it by 3, do you? This is the problem with the mean and the median. Do you know what I mean? Or do you know what a median? Between the 3 of them, they've lost 36 stone. And they've put on the UK's first weight loss festival where nobody is judged. I think there's some... come on. One of my favourite things about hanging around with women is the brutal judging you see them do of other women. It is brutal. So I think there's a bit of judging. Donna, 43, don't say it, Anastasia and Pamela, who met after going through bariatric surgery, created Barryfest. How upset would you be if you turn up to Barryfest and you're expecting dooba-dooba-doo, baby, it's time to make love, yeah. And you turn up and it's these. You'd be judging then, wouldn't you? Barryfest. I bought tickets to Barryfest. Dooba-dooba-doom. Oh, yeah. We'll move on before I get in trouble. Did he do once, twice, 3 times a lady? Is that someone else? Hi-ho Kermit thinks it's Manilow Fest. Again, you'd be upset. I'd be gutted. Imagine you turning up expecting to hear about Lola, who was a showgirl. She had yellow ribbons in her hair and a dress cut down to, I don't know, we can all have a guess, can't we? She'd merengue and do the cha-cha. But Tony, I think he was knuckling down, you know what I mean? He was working bar. What are we talking about? Diet festival, not for me to give an opinion. Go on. Did they lose Stonehenge. Barry Festival could be Barry. Man, you know, okay, it's interesting. My mind immediately goes to white. You go Manilow. Good, but then again, I have been on the testosterone supplements down there. Judged, says Elite. I'd have ruled down from upon high with my mighty weapon, Stephen. Gemma Collins is an abomination unto the Lord. Yep, no notes. After those jabs and surgeries, you'd surely have Barry Manilow at the Copium Cabana. Oh, that's good. What are we talking about? Hang on, I'm warning you to turn away from the false prophets. Great band. Blessed is he who walks in the way of swag. I'll Google that later. Girth Tablets. Great band, says Squirrel. And Proper Meme says Glory Hole, but he says that every week. And then he wonders why his messages keep getting filtered out. 2 women lost 17 stone and 1 lost 2. That is the problem, isn't it? Not that it's a problem. I'm not here to judge. I'll go there to judge. Imagine, listen, I'm a people watcher. I like people watching. And again, the inaptitudes of the English language appall me sometimes. Because it is true to say I like people watching, but I mean I like people watching. I don't like people watching. I like to watch people. I don't want witnesses. I'm not like, let's go and do it in the park. I like people watching. I like to sit in a coffee shop and watch people. But if I say, I like to watch people, it comes across as worse somehow. There's no win in this, is there? I want to go to Barry Fest and watch people. Charlotte's here. Hey, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Too late. You've missed it. We've all been saved. Prophets here. And we have been through the second coming or something. We're just refreshing after the second coming. I got some tablets, so that'll help. False prophets peed. Oh, God. Hey. Woo. Woo. Your slash does a lot of work, doesn't it? Which is another reason why I don't like people watching. I can't release the front doors, let alone the bomb doors. Gastric band must have been blowing out, fasting out a lot of gas to lose weight. Gastric band is also, that's got to be something from the 70s, isn't it? That's do 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 the J Gastric Band. Yeah. Gotta be a pack. It's gotta be a centerfold pun about someone being massive. Girlfriend is a double page spread. Something like that. I've found, says Elite, I've had to wash my face. Most odd. They defo won Eurovision one year. Oh, thank you, Joodles. So far, there's been no opportunity to do this. Thank God someone mentioned the Eurovision. The old Eurovision. I don't even know if we need the Eurovision. But, all right. Terry Wogan doing some religious speech. I don't have the brain power to improv. We've not even done the story. A sign of the times. Rolex rippers. What? Rolex ripper gangs are drugging revellers on nights out to steal their luxury watches. And I mean, not at the Barry Fest, you wouldn't. Fitness trackers. That's all they'd have, innit? Another fitness tracker. How many steps has it got? 3. Oof. Rolex ripper gangs are drugging revellers on nights out to steal their luxury watches. Mobs are giving victims drugs such as those there ones, because I don't know if I should say them on YouTube. I know this is not the proper take on this story, but part of me just being honest, imagine you go out for a night out, have a little, party after Barry Fest, and you realise someone's Rolex ripped you. You've been drugged. You wake up and you be like, is it an insult that they didn't even try and touch my bum? I know it's good that they didn't. But you'd wake up, you'd be like, oh no, watch gone. That's intact. Oh. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? No, it don't make any sense. Of course you don't. Happy birthday, Scott. Ugh. Why do you warn me about these things? Oh, God, it's in a sub-menu. Other production. Bear with. It's your own time you're wasting. Bear with. Birthday.
Happy birthday, here's your day to shine. Laughter and candles, wishes in line. Happy birthday, joy is on the way. Celebrate you, it's your special day.
Joy is on the way. So joy will travel to you, but I have to go and visit Glory. The price of petrol. Oh, well, it's your birthday, I suppose. You treated yourself to a face wash early then. Gemma Collins Centerfold must be barricade at the PM at number 10. Spread or margarine, says Ems. What? Wait, what? Are we talking about Gemma Collins? I'd rather watch her margarine. Prophet says only a cretin would have such an expensive watch. It could have been sold and the money given to the Church of Sweg. Could have? No, I guess you're right. It could have been. Oh, you're so kind, Stephen. It's the 31st, not today. Missed it by that much. You won out. Well, I say 1 out. You won 10 out, yeah. And it's outrageous. No, you're right, isn't it? It is. Right. There's no point trying to find the serious stories. I'm clearly just doing all the rude ones today, so let's just get stuck in. No Sex, Please, We're Nudists. A play on the title of the... You know what's coming. A play on the title of the Ronnie Corbett film? Good evening. No Sex, Please, We're British, you know. Well, I say British. Not very British, you know. I did, of course, go down to the petrol station, shout, Rachel Reeves, no sex. Even though she did have a hairy muff at the time, you know, good evening. I don't know why I put the glasses on. You can't see me. I don't know what's going on with the thing. No Sex, Please, we're nudists. Nudist campsite row, or row, we'll find out. Nudists have hit back after a row, no, probably a row, over adult-themed entertainment at a clothing-optional campsite. Let's read on. Fold it. I still don't move that cup from over there. British Naturism issued a fierce defence of its movement. Oh dear! After criticism of the turn a blind eye site in Watlington in East Sussex. But just let me see how far away that is from where Glory is. Well, it's quite far away from Glory, but joy will travel. Okay. Site bosses are applying to be a camping and motorhome park, but the local parish council says it has operated as an adult-themed entertainment venue. Also, isn't it upsetting that the word adult now just means dodge pot, get your dog out. You know what I mean? I'm an adult. I like adult entertainment. I mean, I also like adult entertainment. All right, bad point. Well, badly made. However, British Naturism has said that the movement, I wouldn't want to see that, was just about the community and well-being, not sexual activity or gratification or satiation. British Naturism also... Look, I think, to me, it makes a lot of sense. If you are a nudist, send pictures or it didn't happen. But if you're a nudist, I imagine you don't want dodge stuff going off there. Because, as I say, I've only ever been to one nudist camp once, and to perform, sounds worse. To do stand-up, sounds worse. To make people laugh, oh God, it all sounds terrible. And I did a gig there, and I think if you go there and everyone's nude and you're just absolutely pretending this is all fine, this is how we live our life, brilliant. But if anyone starts doing anything vaguely sexual, there's no hiding it, is it? You know what I mean? I could pretend to not be having a look if people are doing stuff if I'm fully clothed, but you can't pretend that you're not enjoying it, can you? Jason Statham's New Neighbours. Good point well made. Wrong one. It might be a salmon. Dr. Scholler has been on Twitter claiming the police are covering up what really happened to the 3 black women in Brighton. Yeah, she's always on. Oh, I'm over there. She's always on social media doing some old guff, isn't she? Probably going to get attacked for saying that. My kind of campsite. You address Steve. That doesn't count. Well, look, yes, because I was stood on stage. Again, if I went to a nudist camp, if I had to do the no clothes option, I'd hang out around the back. There's no phrase that sounds good in this situation. She thinks, oh, well, it's all right. I'm not sure if I should get into that. That should be a side thing. We'll do that when we do a Rumble spin-off. By the way, look at this. Look at this. Got me I won't show you the. Hey, don't look at the codes. Don't try and redeem me vouchers. Woohoo, baby. In fact, just before we move on from that, I hope you don't mind. Another little rant about this. They don't have to send out vouchers, do they? They've got a computer system. They know my club card number. So the next time I beep my club card, there could be an option that just says redeem points, like Nectar do. I think the only reason they're doing this is because a number of people who can't be faffed with the scanning and the asking to get some oik to come across and putting in the thing, they must save themselves millions. In fact, you know what? Cap your flipping milk prices, for all I care. Thin Loo line, psst, police, out to slash weeing drivers. There's a lot going on in this story. Motorists have hit out over claims workers. Workers dubbed let's just call them the P-Police. Great band. Great tribute act. Can I just say, if you are attending a tribute act and it's the P-Police, the last word you want to hear is sting. I don't know. There's the parts of a joke are there, aren't they? They're lying in wait for urinating in lay-bys. What a terrible job. What, dressed like one of those, you get the soldiers who've got the thing that makes them look like they're a bush. Big furry plant pot on their head and all the kit, and they just wait there for hours until someone comes up and does a tinkle on them. If that's what you're into, then you deserve the money. What? Drivers say Colchester City Council staff are hiding in cars to catch people caught short on the A12. Lorry driver Liam Hurton, 40, filmed... Oh, so you're filming people watching other people wee. This is 2 girls, 1 cup territory. You people sicken me. The vouchers are also on the app. What? Tesco. No, I got to log in. We drivers turn the air blue, the thin blue line. £5 meal deal. Holding pee is a skill. Is a skill you're innate. Profit still here. Thank you. I feel saved. I'm going to town to preach the word of swag. Okay. If you get caught short on the way, don't wee in a lay-by. The app? The Tesco app? Ooh. I must fill my phone up with that. There's no space left on my phone because of the 159 different parking apps that you need. It's getting warm in here. The things that make the papers these days. Well, no, I think this is a serious story. I think if you're caught short, you should be allowed to wee in a lay-by. I think it should be fair dues. It's a lay-by. Who's going to a lay-by to lick the ground? It's not a sanitation issue, is it? Why else are you going to a lay-by to stop on the driving? You either stay in your car, have a little nap. You either get out, stretch your legs, and do a wee, or you don't do a wee. No. I got no problem. No problem with that. You can opt out of Post and use the digital club card only, says Proper Memes. I could if I could log into the darn thing. Every time the app updates, I'm logged out. Urinate. I missed the joke. I was in Colchester, says Alan, last weekend. Never saw wee jobbies, as they said in Scotland. No, you don't. I don't think you should do that by the side of the road. No. A wee, absolutely fine. Nothing that you'd put on the king if you were a seagull. Your phone is full of Steve because the photos from the nudist campsite. Very true. Mine are all JPEGs these days, though. It's 8 minutes to 1, and we're all thinking, damn, it's a shame Steve doesn't have to go and do talk today, isn't it? Jail lockup cock up costs. Oh, no, I see. Jail lockup cock up costs £500,000. A prison had to change all locks after a worker took home a set of keys in a £500,000 blunder. A major security incident was declared at the jail where inmates include murderers and sex offenders on life terms. Yeah, but that's a lot of money. And you know what our system's like? They're probably going to be let out in 3 weeks. It really could have saved the cash. Do you know what I mean? The gaff meant taxpayers paying £500,000 to locksmiths to replace everything. Who's the chap who is working with the government? The Timpsons guy. Timpsons for the cobblers. How very dare you. We could have done that joke better. Him, who trains up former inmates to work in his Timpsons. Now, doing the shoe repairs, cobblers. How very dare you. There it is. That's fine. Am I being judgmental in saying probably the one demographic of people we shouldn't teach to be locksmiths? Criminals. Because I don't know about you, but one of the ways in which I secure my house is a lock. And I quite like the idea that your average criminal doesn't know how to deal with that. And yet this bloke comes along and trains all the criminals he can get his hands on into being locksmiths. Well, thanks. No, thanks for that. You know what I think to your business? Cobblers. And he doesn't even take that as an insult. Couldn't Timpsons do them a deal? Cobblers. Tesco lay-by in Colchester, every little helps. He doesn't have to go... What? He doesn't have to go and do talk. No, sorry, it could be a long one. And Mr. Cuff says JPEGing, which I think is a website for the Jewish community who... Yeah. No, that works. It all works. Cuffy, I know you will, says Charlotte. Hang on, Cuffy, what's Cuffy said? I missed it. Votan. In Lidbrook, Forest of Dean, the search is on for a man who defecated, then cleaned himself with a sandwich. Is everyone else wanting to know what sandwich? You'd be better off with a wrap, wouldn't you? You could discard the innards, and then it's more wipeable. You wouldn't want to go for a fancy bread, would you? You wouldn't want to go for a seeded batch. You might leave one up there. Focaccia. Barely even knew it. The proper means. Now that's a spread, and not margarine. Lidbrook doesn't get much crime, to be fair, though. Fair enough. No, I bet they don't. I heard there's the one criminal who was on a streak or something. It's a skid mark joke. Joodles, it says, are you going to go for the locksmithing, Ems, or the phone screen repair? How is prison going, Ems? How are you doing up there? Thank you for the post earlier this week saying that South Mims, she's doing all right. She's mid-table service provider on the A1. Like a vanilla alternative, you know. Nutella said... Don't say ham sandwich, says Charlotte. Which is one of my favourite roundabouts in Kent, by the way. I don't know if you've ever seen that picture. There's a village of Ham and a town of Sandwich or whatever, and there's one mini roundabout with a sign on it, and it points to both. So you get one road sign that says ham sandwich, and life is worthwhile. Life is general... existence is suffering, but once in a while there's a road sign that says ham sandwich, and that's as close as you're going to get to anything that's good. You're up to date. Sounds like Nutella and banana sandwich. Ooh. Locksmith, definitely. I am worried then, Ems, if you're a locksmith, if you're trained in the way of the lock, because my shed has only got a lock on the front. And I'm not sure. I'm going to have to barricade this door, aren't I? After all the things I've said. J dates, I prefer J figs. Isn't this no place for anti-Semitism? That's everywhere else. Very good, Steve. Thank you. Let's see what's happening now. Have we nearly done all the stories? Also, I don't want to show off that I'm Billy Big bananas, but look at this. Out of 5. And a little cheeky £4.50. Oh, ho, ho. Looks like Daddy's eating tonight. Can't fit this one on it. Oh, this is just the wrong size of everything. Bookworms are hiding their bunkbuster read. That shop shut down, isn't it? Bookworms are hiding their bunkbuster reads from prying eyes on public transport in case fellow passengers judge them. No, no, no. You're doing it all wrong. So this news story is saying that people are reading adult material, but they're putting a dust cover on the front of a normal, serious book. And I got to be honest, you're just doing it the wrong way around. You know what I'm like. If ever I'm sitting on public transport reading a book, I'm probably reading a book on calculus or some sort of how-to for the Linux terminal guide. But on the front of it, I have the dust cover for the Kama Sutra. And no one sits next to me. You're up to date. Or the people who do sit next to you, you know it's time to move. You don't want to be near them. Just makes things a bit easier. Bunkbuster, says Charlotte. That's my next movie. That was the short-lived spin-off on ITV with Bob Holness. He just had to spell his name differently. 2 heads better than one. It might just have been Nutella sandwich, and the local news jumped to conclusions for a juicy story. If only the Borough wins, Steve. What happens? It's this football. So if they set their pieces, you're out. Demolition Man Shell's joke coming to mind. Exactly, yeah. It's a good scene, that, isn't it? Where he swears loads. I read Jackie Collins books for the sex scenes, not the plot. Which is weird, because I watch clips on the internet for the plot, but not the sex. I'm trying to learn how to repair a washing machine. And so far, I have not learned a lot. What if they've lost about 12 stone? Will they get judged for reading the steamy novel? Yes. You'd think that's actually managed to lose that weight. But her step counts up. How to Live with an Enormous Penis book. Well, now, How to Live with an Enormous Penis book. A penis book that'd put people off as well, wouldn't it? It's probably pop-up. That's the version where Bob did actually do the sax solo. 2 heads are better than one, yeah. Can I have a pee, please? Oh, not in a lay-by, Ems. No wonder you're in prison. Dear me, on the side of the A1. I read sheet music for the sax scenes. There's no way the washing machine narrative still exists. Do they still drink from a party 7 to... I don't know. I don't have time. I only know old tropes of porn. And old tropes of... You know her as Glory. No washing machine. It's a dishwasher now. It's an air fryer, let's be honest. Hi, I got the tash for it. Hi, I just came round to fix your air fryer. Dooba-dooby-dum. Ooh, yeah. I'm off to Barryfest. Yeah. You know. Food firm McVitie has launched a Jaffa Cakes biscuit for the first time. Well, this is just the end of days. Yes means no, up means down. Cats are laying with dogs. Men can be women now, bad example. Jaffa Cake digestives see the sponge layer swap for a biscuit. So we've been through all that faff. Is the Jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit? It's called a cake, but to do with some sort of stupid VAT rule. I don't imagine it's in the basket of things Rachel Reeves wants to try and cap. He had to make a decision about whether... Now, am I right that a biscuit is this right? A cake gets harder as it ages, and a biscuit gets softer. Therefore, for tax reasons, I am a biscuit. What? I don't know where half of this is coming from. And it's wrong, isn't it? So finally, you say it's called a cake, and now it's a flipping biscuit. We've got to jump through these dumbass hoops again. When a cake goes stale, it gets harder. But when a biscuit goes stale, it absorbs the moisture. Surely the biscuit definition should be, has it been cooked twice? Joodles, you know about language. Give us something in the chat. Biscuit, yeah? Huh?
Daily rant.
Bo chicka wow wow, says Memes. Chaz, can I book in for a Jaffa Cake sponge bath? Yep. It's niche. It's niche. Hang on. Votan. Oh, it's moved. Trying to catch up with where did we get to? I remember birds of a feather joke. Only way Dorian can make the earth move is a tumble dryer. It's a bit embarrassing, says Votan, when your Mayfair falls out of your British national formulary. Well, yeah. Mayfair. Nice reference. They fixed the toilet now with Bonnie Blue. Gets rid of all your marks, all your skids. This is properly funny today. Why are you looking surprised by that, Joodles? You look like the man that can fix some pipes. Exactly. Where do we get to? If you dunk a Jaffa cake, it becomes a soggy biscuit. Well, I didn't go to those kind of schools. Sam's here. Think your books on trains antics are an attempt to be a karma chameleon. Look, if you've got a spare Kama Sutra dust cover hanging around, just enjoy yourself. No way that's a biscuit. You can't dunk a Jaffa cake. Does a Jaffa cake go soggier or more stale? Oh, I'm going to have to buy a flipping box now and do the impossible of leaving them in the studio and me not eating them. Soggy biscuit is something that I do at politics school. Exactly. I was waiting that from you. Yep, exactly. All right, finally. Is there any other news? Does it actually tell us? Collaboration with Sainsbury's follows years of dispute over whether Jaffa cakes are biscuits. 1991, McVitie's won the high-profile court case after an Inland Revenue challenged the chocolate and orange treat's legal status as a VAT-free cake. Is the Jaffa cake a cake? I mean, it's called a cake. Is it cooked twice? McVitie said,
"We're well aware of the nation's biscuit believers. In fact, we've spent years and a considerable amount of time proving that Jaffa cakes, clues in the name, are cakes. But we're setting the record straight. We're making a flipping biscuit for no good reason."
I mean, look, the only reason they've done it is it probably cost them a small amount of production costs, and then gits like me talk about it on radio and stuff. Gemma Collins. Parents have branded Department for Education videos with Gemma Collins tone deaf, as she's only got one qualification. The clips show the brash ex-Towie star, 45, don't say it, marching into an office to discuss learning with Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson. In one instalment, she prattles on about King Richard III, states, not many youngsters would know who he is today. She's got no... She thinks he's the... She probably thinks he's just been pooed on by a seagull. She should probably be... Well, Hi-O Kermit, I think, sums it up there. Yeah. She's literally thick as well. You know what I mean? In all the definition, stones. That's it. She has one qualification. Yeah. She's qualified to perform at Barryfest. Gemma Collins would have been more suitable to promote the free McBreakfast clubs. Sorry, guys, it's already gone. Although Gemma Collins did once, she favourite or fully? I think she fully retweeted a tweet, not by me, TV's Mr. Stephen Allen, formerly TV's Mr. Stephen Allen. You know the Larry Ents character that I used to do on radio? I did a joke, did one about her, and she retweeted it. I think she thought it was real. It's not the first time that's happened, though. I did some sketches when I was on Food Bar Radio, and the producer sent a DM to my Larry Ents Twitter account asking if I was like available to do other shows, not realizing it was just me doing a voice, pre-recking a voice with myself. I nearly got more work. Now, why am I being booked for my own show? And that's just a load of nonsense. So look, we've made it to the end. Proper Meme says, I mistook Gemma Collins for Emma 20 Stone. I'm going to pretend I don't get that joke, and therefore I read it out. When did grade G become a qualification? That's a good point. Hang on, let's just recap on letters. Do they do grade G? They don't anymore, do they? They do numbers. Hang on. How would you like to shop? I'm still in the Tesco app, everyone. Sign in. Would you piss off? Martin sent me a blueski. Blueski dooski. Bear with. Stay there if you will. Thanks, Martin. You can track me down on Blueski dooski. Scotch egg found on bus seat. Good to know. This is what happens down in the southwest, isn't it? This is why you end up having to report. There's nothing going on. Thank heavens for people wiping their bums on sandwiches. Votan, fair play to her for wearing the most unsuitable clothes for a larger lady. She's big-boned. No, she is. She's big-boned. Big, wobbly bones. It's a condition. Of a bale, more like. We are almost done. So, this.
Here are the plugs where you can see Stephen Allen all this week.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Hi, I'm Stephen Allen, and I did not get round to writing a new one of these. But why have I written Henry VIII down there? Oh, because Today. No, that's... Bear with. It's not going to go well for me on Ko-fi after all this mess, is it? Done Wednesday as well. Thursday night. Here we go. Oh, no, I'm not doing Friday either. All right. No, we don't need that. You're up to date. Hi, but... plugs. Today, I'm performing at RAF Northolt, so please, Putin, if you're watching, just leave it, give it a wide berth for a while, would you? Didn't do Plank of the Week. Saturday. I'm on Talk at 6 a.m, probably with Mark Dolan, doing some covering of the news. And then Sunday. GB News from 6. And that's it. Well, that was worth doing, wasn't it? Yeah. Thank you very much for watching today. Sam says, the wiping bums on sandwich people are going to infuriate British Rail for giving away their special recipe. I like it. And 13 amp plugs, says Votan. It's one of my favourite levels of ampage, the 13 amp. Live and loose. It's been like that, hasn't it? But tomorrow. Tomorrow. Live and loose. Yeah, sure. Why not? The kids should be. Look, the 4-year-old lad. He seems like he's getting under the weather, but maybe he won't. We'll see. If he's absolutely fine, then oh god, I need to talk about this. Next week is half term, which we did not realise. So basically. The missus is working all the time. I can't. So Tuesday, I won't be able to do a live stream. because I'd just be looking after the kids. I think it works out. I can definitely do Friday, and there's a chance I can get away with doing Thursday. I will let you know. I think it just means for half term we end up missing Tuesday. And the loss of the finances from Kofi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen will not make a difference. So, but anyway, so not Tuesday. We'll do one tomorrow. We'll talk more about this then. If I weren't going off to RAF Northolt and getting bombed or whatever, I've got a song ready. I just can't make the darn video for it. So keep watching these things. We've got more songs coming out. The EP is going to have a follow-up album on Spotify because literally they can't stop me. They can't stop me. I'm ready for the old Eurovision. It's all political voting, you know. Gemma Collins could not have flattened David Hay and Jimmy Bull. I don't know these people. Boxer, yeah? David Hay's a boxer and Jimmy Bullard. Don't know what that is. Seems like a cooking thing. I'm thinking of a roulade, aren't I? Current affairs. We're talking about dried grapes. What's happening here? Sorry, I just had to dash off a client. Well, I hope he didn't mind. Didn't seem like it took long. What's happening? Yes, Kofi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen. If you've got any money that's been saved by Rachel Reeves sorting out the economy, then please do send it my way. Jimmy has a very set pieces, Steve. Oh, is he a footballer? You know, I know a lot about football. And Kermit says she was on I'm a Celeb and left after a day because she was hungry. Good, because this could have turned into one of those stories of a plane crash where someone eats the rest of the survivors. That is what it's called now, PM. Is that what it's called now? Having a dash off, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. AI, I'll give you an M dash off. Dash off Minutemen. Well, then thank you very much, please. We started out loose, but it really has just turned into straggles of a broadcast at this stage, isn't it? And we'll do more. We start straggling on a Friday with Live and Loose. The keyboard will be around. There's probably no chance of me trimming this tash while ever I'm enjoying it, so tune in tomorrow. Oh, looks like Samara Gill is the new Stephen Allen on Talk. Oh, did she stand in for me? I say stand in for me. It's not my fault. The flipping train hit someone. I don't know who to blame. Depends on how quick it is and straggles. ASMR. Till next time. Bye.
Here comes the news with a twist and a grin. Stephen Allen diving in again.
Britain is in the grip of a vomiting epidemic. Sure.
He'll hit your brain like a lightning spark. Stephen Allen
On slavery,
almost killing. Laughs and facts served out plainly. Yet the wit is never shady. Stephen Allen almost daily.
Right, I'm off to the loo. Pass me that sandwich.